Welcome to the large family of Eskom contractors and suppliers. From the moment your contract is in place, we regard you and your staff as our business partners. Business partners who will respect and honor our commitment to safety and share our value of zero harm. As a contractor, supplier or vendor on any of the Eskom sites, your safety is of the utmost importance to us because you are one of us.
My safety is important to me.
My safety is important to my family.
Our safety is important to me.
Your safety should be important to you.
Our safety is important to us. Our safety is important to Eskom.
Safety is Eskom's #1 priority. So it's important for Eskom to know that safety is important to you. For you to understand Eskom's safety requirements, it's important for you to have an overview of our business. Eskom is striving to become a high-performing utility. Various divisions play an important role to ensure the lights keep burning through the implementation of our zero harm value. The purpose of this induction is to provide you with the information to uphold, live and work according to our value of zero harm while you work for or on behalf of Eskom. Commitment to safety. Management's responsibility is to manage safety in a sustained and consistent way, establishing safety goals, demanding accountability for safety performance, and providing the resources necessary for a safe workplace. Managing safety is the responsibility of every person, from the supervisor up to the chairman of the board. Eskom has made a commitment to protect visitors, contractors and employees and to prevent incidents and accidents. This supports our value of zero harm. This commitment is reflected in our check policy, which is available across Eskom business. Every person at every level in our organization is committed to comply with our check policy. This includes our contractors and all business partners. Project risks. When working on Eskom projects, you will be exposed to the following project risks as minimum: electric shocks, electrocution, burns or even death. Working in confined spaces which may result in the lack of oxygen and hot conditions, leading to a dangerous increase in body temperature. Falls from height are responsible for many serious and fatal injuries. The lungs are constantly exposed to danger from the dusts we breathe. Cement can cause ill health by skin contact, eye contact, or inhalation. Injuries resulting from the manual handling of objects and materials with sharp edges are common. Exposure to high levels of noise may cause loss of hearing. Vehicle accidents are the main cause of injuries, disabilities, and deaths on the road. Life-saving rules. All our employees, visitors, and contractors must comply with the life-saving rules at all times. These life-saving rules will ensure that our most significant risks across our business are controlled. Eskom deals with high-voltage electricity. Therefore, it is of utmost importance that you understand this rule. Life-saving rule #1. Open, isolate, test, earth, bond and/or insulate before touch. This life-saving rule will protect you from the hazards and risks associated with your project. This means that no unauthorized person may operate or work on, around or near any electrical network, line or apparatus that is electrically connected to the power system and or electrically charged or not electrically charged. Only people who are trained and authorized as competent may perform tasks on these electrical lines, networks or apparatus. Make sure the requirements on open, isolate, test, earth, bond and or insulate before touch are correctly followed based on applicable standards, procedures and the outcome of risk assessment fit for the type of work to be performed. Life-saving rule number 2. Hook up at heights. Working at heights is a high-risk activity. All precautions must be taken to prevent fall-related incidents. Contractors shall take all reasonably practicable steps to prevent fall from height incidents. No person may engage in any activity in relation to work at height unless he or she is trained, assessed and declared competent and medically fit to do so. Life-saving rule number 3. Buckle up. Vehicle and driver safety is one of the crucial health and safety aspects in Eskom. Many serious incidents, including fatalities, have occurred due to motor vehicle accidents. Eskom employees and contractors travel between various Eskom sites. On the roads, you will travel between various types of vehicles, large and small. Be aware of other drivers and pedestrians. They may cause dangers while traveling. The vehicle must be roadworthy. No person may drive any vehicle on Eskom business unless the driver and all passengers are wearing a seatbelt. No person is allowed to drive while under the influence of drugs or alcohol. It is prohibited to transport any person on the back of a bakkie. No person shall be transported together with tools and equipment in the vehicle cabin. Loads are to be properly secured when being transported. All drivers, passengers and pedestrians shall obey all vehicle safety requirements in terms of the National Road Traffic Act. Life-saving rule number 4. Be sober. All Eskom employees, contractors and or visitors to an Eskom or contractor site could be subjected to an alcohol screening test. Any person who has a positive reading will not be allowed to enter the site and will be requested to proceed to a dedicated testing area to undertake a confirmation alcohol test as specified in the Eskom procedure. Testing will only be done by trained persons with equipment that is well maintained and calibrated. Life-saving rule number 5. Ensure you have a permit to work. Where an authorization limitation exists, no person shall work without the required permit to work, which is governed by, for example, plant safety regulations, operating regulations for high voltage systems, any other activity where a permit is required, for example, excavation, lifting or confined space entry permits. No plant is to be returned to service without the cancellation of all permits on that plant in accordance with the procedure, unless permission is granted for a particular plant to be returned to service with permits still open, like in the case of redundant systems. Remember these life-saving rules. Open, isolate, test, earth, bond and or insulate before touch, hook up at heights, Buckle up. Be sober. Ensure you have a permit to work. Eskom has a zero-tolerance policy to violation of these rules. Emergency and incident management. All accidents are preventable. Sometimes incidents occur without the apparent indication of fault or blame. However, there is always some chain of events that occurred leading up to the incident where, had we realized the eventual outcome, someone could have stopped the process. The fundamental belief that accidents are, by their nature, preventable is a catalyst that encourages us to prevent accidents.
Emergency phone.
I'd like to report a fire at Building 1.
What is your name?
My name is
Mandla Tanjigwayo. And where is the fire?
That fire is in office number 7.
How big is the fire?
I don't know how big the fire is, but the whole office is full of smoke.
Okay, I will phone the fire team to come and assist there. This is Tabiseng from EOD. I'm reporting a fire on project Building number 1, office number 7. Attention everyone, there's a fire in project Building number 1, room number 7. I repeat, there's a fire in project Building number 1, room number 7. Please evacuate.
It is therefore important to report any unsafe acts or conditions to your supervisor or SHE representatives. You must ensure that all accidents and incidents are reported immediately or before the end of the shift by using the approved reporting process. In the event that an incident or accident does occur, Eskom has well-established emergency response plans and teams to attend to emergency situations that can occur in our businesses. It is important to acquaint yourself with the emergency response team, first aiders, fire evacuation teams and fire wardens in your project. Also ensure that you are aware of the emergency procedure to be followed in your area. This includes knowing your assembly point. Kindly note that this is an Eskom-wide generic induction. Different business areas within Eskom and subsidiaries will have site-specific inductions.